So, this is the science and math of video games. I'm Kaylin, this is Sarah. Hello. So, we did Skyrim, and Skyrim is an action role-playing game, and it's part of the Elder Scrolls series. It's like, I believe it's the 5th one. Acceleration is when something is speeding up, when something's speed increases at a gradual rate. So, this is me. So, in the game I used sprint to increase my speed, because the game characters run at a constant speed based on their skills, so you can't accelerate as you run faster. So I used the sprint button. So elasticity is the ability to stretch or to change and to eventually return to its original shape. So this is a pendant that you can play with. Some of the objects have, you can see it moves around, but it eventually will stay its original shape. So force is the influence on an object's movement that makes it move. Different things that act on an object. So here, the force acting on the bucket is actually me. I'm throwing it around, playing with it.
Then it falls.
Oh, because I walked into it.
Yeah. Force, you're pushing it.
So that would be that. And then gravity is the force of an attraction in relation to mass. So, something falling to the ground or out in space, that's how moons are circling like planets. So, in this instance, I'm being attracted to the ground. I'm falling off a building. So, speed and velocity are very similar, so we combine them into one. Speed and velocity are basically how fast an object moves, how much of a distance they get in a certain amount of time. So this is speed and velocity. So that's me running, and then sorry, the title's low. So this is me riding a mount, and you can see the two speeds are very different. This one runs a lot faster. Yeah, it's very bright. The trajectory is an arc of a movement under force. So if you throw something, it'll arc, and this is exactly what I do here. Sorry, the titles are kind of long. The last few seconds. So these are 3 different objects in the game. And throw them. So you can see it arced in the air. And the gem will do the same thing. And then the bucket will also do the same thing. Okay. Oh yeah. That's in Solitude. So Newton's first law is the law of inertia. An object at rest or not moving does not move until acted upon by another force. And also an object moving does not come to rest unless acted upon by an outside force. So this would be an object at movement, and it doesn't stop until it hits the ground, and then it does stop. And then this is the same video from before, but it shows accurately I'm the force acting on the bucket, and it doesn't move until I act on it. And even knock into it. So Newton's third law is the law of momentum. Each action has an opposite and equal reaction. So this video is a little hard to see, but you'll see.
See the title slide.
You can see the title. So in this video, I'm shooting an arrow at a bucket, and the equal reaction from the arrow hitting the bucket moves the bucket. And the arrow also sticks in the bucket. So Skyrim is kind of predictable. It follows the same rules of physics that the real world does as well. But there are some things that aren't consistent in the game, like when you fight, sometimes you'll do different moves, like this. When you swing a sword, you'll swing it in different directions every time.
So the way you're going.
Oh, sorry, it lagged. So you can see I swung it that way, and then that way, and then that way. And if you go forward, you'll do different moves. So the rules of physics in the game stay the same, but sometimes the game changes. There are also moments, there are random events that can happen in the game as well. So the force and elasticity in the game are realistic. With some objects keep a static pose no matter what, but bodies, like when you kill somebody, you can move around their body. And then some objects, like books, you'll see, they can be moved a little bit.
The giant crystal.
Oh yeah. So see, the book can open, but when you move the clothes, they stay in their original position. So then, next slide. The realistic speed. The speed in the game isn't that realistic because players will run at a constant speed. They won't accelerate they won't change their speed as they move faster. So you can see here. Here's another kind of a comparison from the first video, where I'm running on a horse and then I'm just running. That's a cool horse. So then I'm just running. So you can see me walking and then running was slower than me riding on the horse. So, oh wait. Versus. And then you just walk. I'm not on the mount. That's a cool mount though.
Same thing.
Alright. So, the game is generally realistic, but it's there are some things that don't change. Obviously, the items that stay in a static pose, and the running at a constant speed. So that I think this is those are the two pictures that were in the second slide.
So you don't want to copyright.
Alright, so
Yeah.
that's it.